Guys, if you're missing today's lesson, we're starting a new theory, and it's actually the last theory we're going to do, which is the personal life perspective. So we're just going to look at a key term, and that is structural theories. So our first paragraph is called Criticism of Structural Theories. A structural theory is any theory that sees wider structures, wider agencies of socialisation as shaping our behaviour. Every theory, with the exception of different feminists, every theory we've looked at so far would be considered a structural theory, and we're going to go through why. The personal life perspective doesn't like structural theories for two reasons. So if you can get this noted down, first of all, it assumes that a dominant family type is a nuclear family, which ignores the mass range of family diversity we have nowadays. And secondly, it assumes that all humans are passive and manipulated by wider society, which completely ignores we have free will and choice to shape our own family life. Okay, we've got a table here, and this is good revision as well as introducing something new. And I would say in a paragraph, you want to, I'd like you to do them all, because as I say, it's good revision. In an actual paragraph on this, you'd probably want to pull out two and explain why the personal life theory ignores them. Right, so I'm going to, as you're not here to join in the discussion, I'm going to explain this to you, so if you can fill in the table as I go. Right, functionalists see agencies of socialisation as shaping our behaviour. They ignore individual experiences because they assume the nuclear family is beneficial for everyone, which ignores some people experience domestic violence, some people are happier in alternative family types, and some people just simply don't want to be in a nuclear family. Okay, Marxists see capitalism as completely shaping our behaviour, so the ruling class manipulate and control how we behave. What they have ignored is that different people have different experiences within capitalism. Not everyone struggles within the workplace. Not everyone feels completely manipulated by the ruling class. Radical feminists believe that patriarchy shapes our behaviour, and in saying that, they've completely ignored that women can commit domestic violence, and they've completely ignored that many women live in healthy relationships with partners and have different experiences than what radical feminists describe as abusive. Liberal feminists have assumed that family life is getting better and our behaviour is controlled by laws and patterns of socialisation. By saying that, they've ignored that some women's experiences aren't improving. So, for example, women in Afghanistan, do you remember 87% of women in Afghanistan are illiterate? Marxist feminists, again, think that capitalism is controlling their experience of oppression. By stating that, they've ignored that actually the family can benefit some women. And if you remember, when surveyed, many black women actually saw the family as a refuge against racism. So they saw the family as a positive thing. So use what I've just said to fill out that table. I've been quite quick, so if you're stuck on anything, please let me know. Okay, now we just need to add an evaluation point. So by criticising structural theories and saying that we've completely have complete free will, this ignores the patterns that do exist in society. So for example, to evidence that 1 in 3 people do experience domestic violence. This shows that there is a pattern in society and we are somehow shaped by the world around us. So if I get you to put that as your evaluation point. Okay, paragraph 2 states that the family is not static. So this means that people can change their meaning of the family. Okay, on slide number 7, you have got 2 questions. On slide number 8, you have 4 different articles. So for each article on slide number 8, can you answer 2 questions? So first, explain how this demonstrates how individuals might have a different view on what they consider family, and 2, how structural theories ignored that. If you're struggling with that, drop me an email and I'll help you with it. Right, now to evaluate that, what they ignored is general consensus views on what we mean by the family. So, for example, the majority of people, even though they might not want a relationship with their biological parents, would consider it important to know who their biological parents are. So that's your evaluation point for that. Okay, the third paragraph is that we have complete freedom in our life and we have complete freedom to shape our family life. And the case study, if you go to slide number 10, that we looked at, they focus on, is donor conceived children. And they said that donor conception demonstrates how much freedom and how much choice we have in our families today. So we can choose, a woman can choose to have a child by themselves. They can choose, once they've received sperm from a donor, whether they want to have a relationship with that partner. They can then choose whether they want to have relationships with the extended family of that partner. And they can choose how to raise their children and to make them aware of donor conceived children. The children themselves have choices. Do they want to know their father? Do they want to know their biological siblings? There are 2 clips underneath in the notes section. If I could get you to watch these 2 clips and use that to answer question number 1 and 2. If you have any problems with that, drop me an email. Now, your evaluation point for that is, by talking about donor conceived children, they've ignored that this only explains a very small proportion of the families, so less than 1% of families in the UK are from donor conceived parents. Alright, hope that was useful. Please let me know if you have any questions. Riff Raff just come to say hello. Speak to you soon. Bye.